All right, we are here for
Let's
another one. It's actually the most consistent we've been. It's also
yeah,
because it's only been
trying
one
one
movie,
movie.
one-offs.
It's a technical remake of the first one, so it's
Yeah.
kind of the same beats. They did change a lot.
Maybe
But
I'll throw it in
same
there one
beats.
day,
Yeah,
but like,
but
because I hear that this is like
1960s
pretty
one.
much completely, not completely,
Yeah,
but for the most part,
they added a lot.
I'll
of
add in a
stuff.
lot of stuff in this one, 1988 version.
The Blob.
The Blob, directed by Chuck Russell and screenplay by Frank and Chuck Russell.
Yes.
Frank Darabont, if you don't know who that is, that's the guy that did The Walking Dead, at least the first season.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did the second one or
I think
anything.
they had like a clashing with.
Yeah, but he did the
Yeah.
first season of The Walking
Yeah.
Dead, which is fucking phenomenal. But yeah,
Chuck Russell did a
so
lot of. Chuck Russell did The Mask.
oh, he did,
Yeah.
dude. This
Like a couple years after this,
it's
did The
you
Mask.
can kind of see where all that kind of comes in because there's also a lot of practical
Yeah.
effects in this movie. This is actually the first time where I don't know how to approach this because this wasn't
a decent
out the gate. This is not a bad movie.
Trust me, there's criticism.
Oh, there's criticisms,
not.
but I mean, like for the most
Or
part,
what we live in.
in the cesspool of movies that we've been waiting in,
Yeah.
Carl requested something, the wheel provided.
But next time the wheel put it.
Now I feel we're gonna get like
Now we're gonna get
lost completely
yeah.
in this next movie. This next one,
Completely.
I totally forgot what I put for the next
God.
ones too. I definitely
He
didn't
doesn't even remember it. Now it's gonna be worse.
Yeah, no.
So enjoy this nice review. Because it's all downhill.
Because I mean, I also
Rest
don't
of
want to
this
like
year.
I don't want to like go through the whole because usually I let Carl go through the whole movie usually because the movie's so bad you don't need to fucking watch it. Just listen to us. Because he'll just go through the whole movie.
We
and
save you time. Like it's also our critiques, but we like just give you like even then there's still a lot we miss. When I like look at the cast to just listen to the audio and stuff to hear how we sound and our pitch, it's like we've missed stuff too, and we're giving you like the beat for beats for a lot of these movies. But granted, we were all watching like 8, 10, 12
yeah, like
movies.
this, but this has actually been a streak of just like one-offs. I think
Like the last 3 have been like
pretty
one-offs.
easy.
Yeah.
No, it was like what the last one was 3 before this because we did this.
What did we do last? We
Oh my god, we
last
did
week.
so many movies.
Wait, it was last week. I think it was one. No, we did Kel.
Oh yeah, we did
Battle
War of the Worlds.
of Los Angeles.
Battle of Los Angeles.
Yeah. No, and then before that we did Resident Evil.
So which is not 3 movies. Never mind. That was a Punisher.
7 movies. Yeah.
That was a Punisher.
That was a punishment. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So yeah, we've had this streak of like little
So
one-offs.
this one is 2 one-offs back to that would never happen.
No, and for the most part, once again, Carl requested this. Got it.
Yep. I saw like a retro thing, and I was like, oh, no, he saw a retro thing and he posted it in our group, and I was like, play that, let's put it in the wheel, maybe we'll get it. Blob's fine, and I was like, fine, I'll put one good thing on this wheel.
And it's not one good thing. There's a few good things on there.
Well, we're not getting those other good things. He said, okay,
I put an Oscar nominee.
Like one good horror movie, and then like Oscar nominated, Oscar winner or something. Like, we're not getting those. So it's like the wheel actually gave us something good because we've had other wheels where there's a bunch of good things. There's only one series, and I'll land on that series, the one series. So for this time, finally, the wheel. Thank you. But if we say maybe we say thank you.
No, don't grovel to the wheel.
No,
the wheel doesn't like it when you grovel to the wheel.
Literal chains.
Don't fall for it. Man. Don't fall for it. But yeah, so with this, if you're into any creature feature, you kind of know this. This is the prototype for a lot. You know what this reminded me of the most, and this clearly, this movie ripped off of this movie's particular. Slither.
Well, yeah. Slither definitely took
so much from the whole opening with the meteor.
Oh my, yeah,
and the creature inside.
It's like because Slither is its own thing. It's not like a whole, but like
no, it's like
inspiration and.
I think it's like a love letter kind of movie, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers and stuff. But this movie in particular had a huge influence on that movie, and this you can definitely see why, because this is prime creature feature material.
This is drive-through Friday night.
Drive-through movies.
Drive-through movies. Creature feature. It was like last month. It was a Creature of the Black Lagoon. Now we're gonna see the Blob. But then, or Invasion of the Body Snatchers, or anything or Living Dead, or something like that.
Because this is like one of the most basic designs you would ever see for a creature. It's literally an amorphous blob, like
creature with it has some sort of not sentience but personality, I would say. In certain instances.
But when they describe what it is, it's like, that's exactly why it's like that. Because if this was it's like we're in a giant petri dish.
Yeah. And so it's just this amorphous creature. It starts. Well, let's get into it then. Mm-hmm. So this is 1988, the year of our birth, 1988. Actually, I think you were born.
Oh no, this released. I was August 1st. This was released August 5th.
Oscar was born.
I was born around the same time as this. Two amorphous blobs born in the same time. I was a disgusting baby. That was gross.
It's worth.
Yeah, I was a gross baby.
But so yeah,
poor mother.
It came out that year from these guys, the guys that did Nightmare 3 with Dream Warriors.
Yeah, it was Dream Warriors.
So if you guys know that one,
that is the best.
Yeah. You think that's the best?
I think that's the best one, honestly. And next to the first one.
I was gonna say Nightmare 1 is.
Yeah, good. But like.
And then the Dream Warriors is probably most memorable. Has most lines that people remember. So it's like they did that, and then they were trying for like a year to do rights to it, but then for some reason they pushed it back. Like, nah, we'll give it to you guys in '86. We start shooting in '87. It comes out.
It's kind of insane where you're just like, you have so many features to come through. Because you think like when you see something like this or like any feature, it's some schlock they just threw out. No, it took them so long
it for a while
to do this, and you would think after they got Dream Warriors, they were like, "Hey, can we do it now?"
Yeah, sure.
No.
Wait 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So much blood to Russell and Frank down.
So it starts in Harborville, California.
Oh yeah.
It's just quaint, like shanty town. Not shanty, like the town looks okay, but it's just like middle of nowhere.
The opening is actually very reminiscent of Twin Peaks, where you just see how everything is empty.
Empty, and it's just like a one horse town, basically, but like a one school, like two school town.
Yeah, they said when they were looking scouting place, they said we want a place that's literally one road.
One road.
One road.
That's just Main Street. It's like where everything else is, and then a few suburban neighborhoods.
Yeah, around the side. That's it.
Because at the beginning, everyone's at the football game.
Yeah,
the town is empty.
30 people that are in this town.
It's
like the critters.
It's more empty than Troll.
It is. It is. It's like Troll. Well, like yeah, no, it's so very. They make a good point. Say, hey, this is an empty ass place
because everyone's at the football game.
Yep, and what you call it? You get introduced to a bunch of different characters. Yes. Which, by the way, shout out to this movie for, hey, you're giving me characters I kind of care about.
Yeah, they're not like douchebags or.
Well, one is a douchebag.
Okay, one kind of, but he's playing that like archetype of that character.
Yeah, for that time period. Which, by the way, this would not play at all. There would be like protests for this kind of shit, like the shit this guy does. But like, yeah, you get introduced to everyone. You get introduced to everyone at the game, like big kind of the ancillary characters, like the pastor,
the crazy pastor,
the random crazy pastor,
the sheriff, the deputy sheriff from RoboCop, the waitress, and the cheerleaders, and the football team. And I think we only spent on like 3 or 4 of the football members. There's them, and then there's the main girl, Meg. She's like the cheerleader, and this guy's like, "Oh, you gotta ask her out."
Shawnee.
Yeah, Shawnee Smith. For you guys that wouldn't know from
Yeah, I don't know why
he didn't pick it up right away, but I didn't pick it up either right away. I was just like, she looks so familiar, and when I was doing the research, I was like, that's Amanda from the Saw trilogy.
From the Saw trilogy, yeah.
That's Amanda. I was like, that's crazy, but she's started off doing this, I guess, or for the most part, because she's like young, she's like 18, 19 in this.
Which is insane, because I mean, shout out to them too for also actually getting teenagers to play
they're
teenagers.
Like actual teenagers, like they're young. They're not like 27-year-olds playing.
Which I mean, I think maybe what's his face, the guy that played Brian. Yeah, Kevin Dillon. I think he played a little bit older.
I think he's like,
but he's supposed to play like a dropout or something.
Yeah, right? I think he's a dropout, but he's still like the same age as them. He's not like older than them.
Well, I mean, as what he plays, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just like skipped school.
I'm pretty sure he did Platoon like before this.
Kevin Dillon, yeah.
I gotta see, but I'm pretty sure he did a Platoon before this.
Yeah, real quick, you guys. I think that.
The blob.
Yeah.
Before this.
Right before.
Yeah, right before this.
The year before. So we surrounded out, and they have their game, and that guy gets speared through the carry table.
Listen, they don't play around. This is
it's
California, up in the fucking mountains.
Up in the mountains.
By the way, you realize here quickly there is nothing for these kids to do except this.
Yeah,
there's no internet, there's no phones.
Yeah, 80s,
like 80s in the middle of nowhere.
The only other thing to do is the movie theater. Football games.
And then whatever what Brian was doing was fixing his motorcycle and jumping a fucking bridge,
getting his sick jumps and almost killing himself.
And it's funny because he's not doing this for anyone except himself.
By himself.
He's just, I'm gonna fix this.
Literally,
everyone else that the one hobo in town.
Because there's one street down. Well, I'm surprised no one's helping. There's like he's just the one.
We're allowed one. We're allowed
in
one.
This population, one hobo.
So the tight ecosystem, Carl.
So that's where it starts. Meg's doing her cheerleading thing. He gets speared through the table and like almost dies. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" He's like, "Well, you go out with me."
By the way, good, nice establishing.
And it started off like a regular thing. Because you think the blob just immediately goes in and we see it. No, the first day, it's a regular day in Arborville.
We're getting establishing shots, Carl. We're getting scenes, establishing characters.
My notes. We get like a good 2.5 minute thing of all of the cast and crew for like the credits. Oh, this is sweeping the whole neighborhoods of town.
But it's showing you how desolate it is.
Yeah, and it's showing all the actors' names, all the crew names, all the directors. And I'm like, I was like, this has been like 2 minutes, and we're just sweeping through the town. It's empty, desolate, and then like the 100 people in the town are at the game.
Yeah, but it's all establishing everything that you need to know about the movie.
And because the town is like the backdrop, we spend a lot of time running through the town.
Yeah.
Just to give you guys a little jump ahead. So the town is the backdrop. It has its own like character. The town is like has its own.
And that was filmed in an actual like small town. I forget. I think it's in Alabama or something.
Oh, it's in Alabama.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But they did film. I think the first part of shooting was done in that town. The rest was done on sets in California.
You get for the obvious scenes.
Yeah, for like the restaurant and I think like the tunnels and shit like that.
Yeah. Yep. So. What was it? Then we get to. I thought his name was. I have to turn my. I thought his name was Frank at first. They called him by his last name. His name's Brian Flag. No, Flag. No, Frank. No. I was like, oh, it's Flag. And then Meg calls him Brian. His first name's Brian, but everyone calls him Flag. He's the bad boy, biker jacket.
It's kind of cheesy.
Curly hair, long curl, like because you know how everyone even back in the 90s, had clean cut hair. Yeah, he has the Van Halen hair going. And,
God, what is he
biker jacket?
Like that?
His brother, Matt Dillon, you guys would know. He's like the older brother, I think. And Matt Dillon, you know from a bunch of like movies and stuff. He plays the bad guy in a lot of movies, Matt Dillon. But he's Kevin Dillon. So he's by himself, like I said, doing jumps just on there's a main street, and then there's this one bridge, but it's out. The bridge is out. It's been collapsed in the middle. So he's using jumps, but his bike is on the fridge.
Just for the love of the game.
So his bike's on the fridge, so like the brakes and the kickstand aren't working, so he skids and falls like off the thing and rolls. I was like, you're lucky that was the extended damage. He just gets like a cut and torn jeans. I thought he was about to be impaled on the bridge below. He's like, oh, and then the hobo comes out of the woods. Credits. Yeah, the hobo comes out of the woods like, you beefed it. It's him and his dog. The hobo
always has a dog. There's always a dog.
And he's like, oh.
And no spoiler, the dog's fine. The dog doesn't hurt.
For you animal lovers like us, the dog is fine. So then he has to go back to town to get stuff for it to fix his bike. Then the football game's over, so everyone's like crowding back into the town because we get to the other scene where the waitress and the sheriff's trying to spit some game to the waitress because he's like, hey, what are you doing after shift? He's like, I'm off soon. He's like, you want to do something?
Which, by the way, the sheriff is God damn it! I got
trying to look who's from The Walking
Dead. Yeah, he's in The Walking Dead, which is Frank Darabont once again also did. But I'm trying to see who the fuck he played in The Walking Dead. He played it's not Daryl. His name isn't Daryl.
No, Daryl is
that's Norman Reedus.
Where is he?
Oh, he was also in The Mist too. Forgot, and that's also another.
Yeah. Oh, he's Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, this is annoying. I'm sorry, guys. We're terrible at our jobs.
Yeah, we do the research and then
forget. Dale.
He's Dale.
Dale from The Walking Dead. God damn.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a very young Dale, like a late 30s.
Oh yeah, he's super young. Yeah. But it's just funny that he's like the sheriff of this town.
Yeah, so he's trying Sheriff Dale, I'll call him. That's actually is trying to spit some game, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna be super busy, but she's like playing coy. So she gives him this receipt, but there's no like money on it. It just says, I'm off at 11. He's like, oh yeah. He's like that. He looks back and like gives him and takes the stuff with him. So everyone crowds in, and then Brian goes to the mechanic. And the mechanic is, just by his voice, you should know. That's a Jet from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I was like,
holy fuck! I'm bad with voices.
As soon as I heard his voice, I was like, yeah, it's Jet.
Oh wow, that's Jet, Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I was like,
that's a crazy cast, man.
It's crazy cast. So he's like, I need some wrenches. And they do a lot of foreshadowing. It's like, I'm fixing up the snowcat. That's what the snowcat. He's like, why? It's middle of October. It's still like blazing outside for some, and it's California, so that makes sense. Like October's like cold for us, but I'm like, it's California, so it's like, yeah, we barely get any snow anymore. And he was like, you know what? You regret this, but we're gonna need this in this winter. He says,
foreshadowing.
So he gives him the wrench. He goes.
Which, by the way, isn't it insane that he only needs wrenches to fix whatever he did to that bike? Because that bike should have been split in half with whatever the fuck
it went over the side.
Like, there's no way wrenches could have fixed that shit. A couple of
wrenches off. That's it. It's fine. He wasn't going that fast, honestly, if you think about it too. Because I thought he would go much faster. I was like, you're not even going to get enough air to clear.
They exaggerate a lot more later, though.
So then they cut to the football jocks getting ready for his date. And they're at the pharmacy, and what are they getting? Condoms, I think.
No, yeah, one of the skeezy friend was trying to get
his friend's condoms.
Yeah,
the good guy who you think is going to be like one of the main characters, Paul. He's like going on this date, and they're going to the pharmacy getting ready, and the pharmacist, the owner, is sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, these kids." And it's like, I'm just trying to get my friend Paul some condoms.
Oh yeah, he threw his friend completely
under the bus. And his friend is all the way in the back, so he can't hear. And he's like, "Come on, we gotta go."
So now he just seems like this impatient sex freak.
Yeah, and so then the pharmacist is like, "This freaking kid,"
which apparently was a true story from one of Chuck Russell's college mates.
Oh, of course. It always comes back to real life.
Yeah,
fiction mimics real life. Because then creepy passer guy, which that's the only thing. He just comes in like creepy, like, "Hey boys, you haven't been to Sunday service." He might as well be doing this. You haven't been to Sunday service.
The little creepy.
I was just like, he's just looks creepy. I'm sorry.
Which, by the way,
but I feel like they play it like.
Which, by the way, that actor actually played in the original something in the original Blob movie.
Yes, that's what it.
So he was excited to do this, and they literally just said, "You're going to play a crazy pastor."
Yeah. 20 years later, come back
and do this, which, by the way, once again, super exaggerated. He was super creepy.
Creepy, just like.
And he does the exact thing you think when he sees the Blob too.
Oh my god!
He does the exact
crazy Zelda, just that archetype. Because we got the
but you can't escape that shit in zombie movies.
Zombie movies is always a crazy
and it's an apocalyptic
any sort of creature feature movie. There's a crazy zealot, a bad boy, final girl, main guy. That's and then the rest of the Philadelphia cast. We don't get any like sex crazy girl really. Like she maybe doesn't have a friend that's like, I can't wait to have sex tonight. That's something we don't yet. No, we kind of do. Yeah, not her friend, but Paul's friend.
I guess kind of, but
we'll get to that.
You know, it's like it's
Paul's friend.
But that, by the way, that seemed to not age well.
Oh, like, he said that before. He's like, "These so states that don't age."
Oh, this scene just doesn't age well. But anyways, look, you get introduced to all the characters. And then you finally see the meteor come down.
The meteor before they get to the day night, the meteor comes down. Good, decent effect. Decent effect of this, like.
I mean, for the time that it came out,
88, yeah, like that. Decent effect. It comes down. The hobos, of course, the first one to see it. It's in the woods, past the valley, in the clearing. Boom. And Hobo, of course, has to investigate.
Listen,
makes like a 10-foot crater.
I can't blame him.
You can't blame him.
Listen, you're a hobo in the middle of nowhere. That's at least a fire you can use.
Yeah, people. I can understand.
What if that rock
investigating
was 10 pounds of space diamond? You don't know, Carl. Or space gold.
Like we say with a lot of this stuff, Oscar would say if you were watching other casts, what's the first thing you want to poke it with a stick?
Oh, he did.
Literally poke it with a stick.
Yeah, which also happened in Slither.
It's like, what's this meteor? And it's like cracked open and it's pulsating and glowing.
And then he picks out this big thing that looks like gack.
Yeah, he picks out this pink orange gack, and then it slithers down. No pun intended. Slithers down his stick and grabs onto it and it's like,
oh man, and shit like that. Like that also reminded me of if you've ever seen I think it's called Life.
Yes.
On
the space station, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, and that's what that was like when the guy's hand was getting fucked up.
Oh yeah, it's like
it's kind of like that.
But I feel like it's just worse.
Oh no, this one is because it's like pressure and digestion
on his head. So
it's like living stomach acid. That's kind of like what it is.
Which we'll see. That's what I told him at the beginning of the cast. Maybe we could put this debate now. What is worse, being slowly eaten alive or being slowly ripped apart
by hooks? Like the Hellraiser.
He said he'd rather take the hook.
I think I'd rather
watching this movie. I don't know. This seems horrifyingly gruesome.
I don't know if I want that to happen to me.
No, yeah.
Because it's like it happens quick, but not quick enough where you don't feel it.
No, they feel it. They are.
Because like they get taken pretty quickly.
And some of them don't even die right away.
No. But and there's some where I'm like, wow, you actually got blunt force trauma to kill that person. Oh.
Her brother, is it both her brothers? No, I think it's her brother and his brother.
Oh, brother and his friend, and his mom, and then his dad, and their dad's there.
So they're trying to get to a movie. What's wrong with these kids? Like, oh, well, we're gonna go see that Friday Night Creature.
Oh no, his friend's an idiot.
His friend is a moron.
I'm sorry.
We wouldn't say that. We just go to the movies and not say anything.
I feel like we have some friend. Like
some
friend that would have busted it for us.
Who would have done that.
And then we like one of our cousins or someone
if you watch this, you would be the one that throws it.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, so we're gonna go. It's a typical like hack and slash or something.
Hack and slash, teen slash. Like, he's like, don't worry, mom. There's no sex. But there's going to be dismemberment and chill.
He's like, okay, who's not going to let you in? Oh, no, my brother's an usher. Why would you tell her any of this?
He's like, oh, yeah. She's like, there's no way they're going to let you into some bloody massacre movie like that. He's like, don't worry, my brother's an usher. He'll let us in. Look, what are you doing? You threw your brother under the bus and so she's like, yeah, there's no way you guys are doing this. Like, come on, mom. It's like typical suburbs, late 80s, 90s, like type of
Which, by the way,
banter. And then
they still get away with it later,
yeah,
but they use it.
Escaped.
No, but what I don't get is like, how did they do that? Because like they use the typical trope of, oh, I'm gonna say I'm sleeping at your place, you're gonna say you're sleeping at my place,
and yet the mom didn't pick up on that when she obeyed them.
Yeah, and then
and
also
they were both already at his place.
And not only that, if they said that, what were they gonna do? Sleep in the theater? Like they couldn't go home. Like where would they go?
And then they just
like in the theater. Like
they're dumb.
Yeah, they're idiots. But,
so she's like, "You're not going." Like, oh, mom. And then Paul comes in, and he's like, "Hey, Meg, you look great."
Typical, like awkward.
And she's like, "Wait, because it's like traditional." So she's like, "I want you to meet my family, my mom, my brothers, and here's my dad." And it's the pharmacist, and he looks up and is like, What did he say?
Oh, because his friend said when he got the condoms, he was gonna get ribbed condoms for his friend. So he literally looked up at Paul and goes, ribbed. And then apparently, off screen, they explained the whole situation and
embarrassing.
Yeah, which by the way, kudos to the dad for still letting her go out.
Yeah.
Honestly, like.
So
here's the thing too, which is a refreshing thing. All the characters here are playing their characters well, and they're all reacting
exaggerated. They're
appropriate.
Like, yes, like I was saying, they're human beings. They're not completely exaggerated. But most is that creepy pasty. But everyone else is playing like human beings for the most part. Even the jock and the bad boy aren't playing like the stereotypical. He's like a nice guy. He's not like, oh, cocky, I'm gonna get late tonight. He's just like wants to take her out for a nice night.
And you think like at the very least, this guy later on in the movie is going to be like at least the guy that tags along has the muscle.
Muscle helps fight off the thing.
Yeah.
Fight the, as we'll get to the.
Helps the job. Yeah, they become friends.
Yeah, and they work together.
And to save the girl and stuff.
Something like that, which is what we thought. What you see in a lot.
Yeah, that's what you usually would think would happen.
Yeah. So we come back to Brian trying to fix up.
We're getting into spoiler territory now.
Yeah. Up his ride. Yeah, we come back to Brian fixing up his ride. He's like, and then Hobo comes out of the clinic. He's like, oh, help me. He's like, well, calm down.
Oh, which, by the way, this is a crazy effect and kind of shows how the creature acts.
It's like, and it's slowly creeping up his arm. But he has a wood hatchet. He's like, and he's like, no, stop that. And then the thing covers up the wound and covers it even further. He's like, no. But then he's like so much pain, like agonizing pain.
It's a little goofy.
It's a little goofy because he's not. First of all, because Brian sees the thing and it's not like, let's get this off you.
He follows
him though. He's like, this guy's in trouble.
And there's no cell phone.
There's no cell phone. We can't call up 911 or something. So he's in excruciating pain. He runs into the main street, like one of the main back roads, and gets hit by Paul. And man, because he's like, he just came out at the last second. It wasn't even Paul not paying attention. It was just like he just basically ran into their car. You notice? He's like, oh, go, boom.
But by the way, at the very least, Paul should have just been like, all right, are you faking it? I'm not paying for this. Insurance
scam. He didn't even act like that. He just
knows, he did. I would have.
He knows that Brian's the bad boy, so he's immediately suspicious of Brian. He's like, what did you do, Flag? Were you chasing this hobo into my car?
Which, by the way, is that something that they do? That can do? Let me chase this hobo into traffic. Which, by the way, is a one-road town.
One-road town. It's not like there's not many people to even do this for. But he's like, He's like, you better not.
Yeah, I hate hobos.
He's like, and it's like, he needs to go to a hospital. He's like, fine, we'll put him in. He's like, but you're coming with me.
Yeah.
So that he'll think you tried anything. He's like, well, I'm coming with you. So you don't try to blame this accident on me. Because they're already like adversaries.
And also he's small town. He is the town bad boy. Everyone thinks that
everyone knows him as a town bad boy. They're like, because he's in and out. Yeah, because he's like out of juvie. Because like, oh, now you're 18. Yeah. So no more juvie for you. They're straight because the sheriff had talked to him after the big game. He's like, no more juvie for you. That's straight for
great character development.
Straight to the big time for you. Yeah. Great character development. You see this. You see the sheriff's rapport with him, the deputy's rapport with Brian.
And to be honest, too, like you would think that, like at least later when everything starts getting sorted out, that he would be the sheriff would be a hard ass the whole time, but no, he's fair.
He's fair.
He is fair as fuck. His deputy's a dickhead, but
RoboCop.
Yeah, RoboCop.
Yeah,
and he's a really fair sheriff.
Yeah.
But anyways,
so they get to the hospital, and that's what I was like. Even in the 80s, America, just like the guy is screaming, but he's like covering it up now, or the thing has congealed to his chest.
Yeah, at this point
because he doesn't move his hand. It's just here. So he's like hunched over, like, oh, what the hell? And she's like, does he have Blue Cross? Does he have insurance?
I'll say that.
And I'm just like,
this is the one scene where I was like, okay, they are probably not reacting appropriately.
They're not.
But my explanation.
They actually kind of are, because she doesn't really.
And also, she's I also love how the dog.
Well,
you never see the dog again.
Once he gets congealed on the hand, the dog.
I was like, well, my master's dead. I'm gonna go find someone else.
Like we said, thankfully, Blob does not hop on any animals. We don't see any.
No, actually, I'm surprised he didn't do that.
Which what they do actually do, I'm surprised.
Yeah, like honestly, here's the thing. Like, I'll give them this. They set out when they made this movie to kind of subvert expectations on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
Like number one, except for like this moment in the hospital, they're not reacting the way you would think they should. But
the staff it's like, what is it, like midnight or like 11 p.m. and there's like 4 people there, and she's checked out. She's probably like, why am I working the night shift? Whatever, a hobo. So I think her reaction is understandable. Their reaction should be more urgent, which they kind of do. Meg did.
I mean, they did. I guess they just didn't want to see
Meg's like help him. Like, yeah. So she's like, fine. Nurse put him in room 3, and he just puts him in the bed. And they're on the phone because they have to stay there. And it's like, can I get to the sheriff? And he's like, Flag, you stay here because we don't need you bolting. But, Flag's main thing is just bolt when there's trouble. So he's trying to get out of there. And then he sees the hobo in the bed, and he turns over, and his eyes are glazed over white.
Oh, yeah.
And just...
it's the thick moment. It's a thick moment.
And his thick foam coming out of his mouth. He's like, what's going on? He's like, doctor, you have to come in. He's like, what? Doctor, come in here. He needs help. So then they finally they take off the blanket, and it's just half a corpse. He is dead. And it's dissolved. The bed is dissolved, and it's just like his ribs, and then that's it.
And
the lower half is gone.
He's reacting.
Now everyone's like, what the?
The doctor is very much like, what the fuck? And if you recognize him, he's in Eraserhead and Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
But he just immediately goes to the phone, calls the nurse.
He calls the nurse like, we gotta get.
And then the kid goes to go and to call the sheriff.
Paul runs in because she's like kind of tired, but she's sleeping at the waiting room, or like nodding off at the waiting room. And he's like, Sheriff, I need you, but he doesn't hear or sense the thing climbing up the wall because it's bigger now. It's eating most of the hobo's mass. So it's climbing up the wall. He's like, Sheriff, you got to get down here. There's some fires or something. And then he sees the acid hit the thing, and he looks up. He's like,
very much an Aliens moment.
And Paul gets hit, and he's covered. And then she hears Paul's screams coming, like, oh. And she runs into the room, and this is the thing I remember even as a kid, is his Paul's death. Paul's completely covered. He knows the production stuff. Like his face was like this gel over, so they call it the blob quilt. That's what they put over Paul, and it's like they put over a lot of the actors. So it's like it has him, and she's trying to grab his hand, but then it slowly dissolves his hand because his hand's the only thing that's still free, and she falls back and hits her head and is knocked out. And it's the thing is pulling him out the window, and then he's still trying to fight, but then you see him blood start.
Oh no! By this point, you can.
And then you see his skull.
Yeah, you completely see his skull starts developing, and you're like, "Oh, he's gone. He's fucking gone."
But I was like, "That's
a
gruesome pain."
That is.
You're like, "Oh,
because
we like
that is a 5 on the old goddamn meter.
That's a 5.
That's 5 old goddams right there.
Because it's like you thought Paul was one of the mainstays, like the main guy.
They made it seem like that.
They made it seem like he's calling the sheriff. You think he would like eat the nurse or the doctor?
It's very hostile. It's like hostile.
And no, Paul is gone, dissolved, and the thing shoots out the window. She gets knocked out, and the thing is moving. I put it in my notes. Yeah, the thing is booking because it goes through that grass. And
so they said Chuck Russell said that there were rules to when they had to make the blob animate.
Yeah.
Because when they were going to do the practical effects. Yeah. Which, by the way, shout out to the studio that did this. I thought it was like Phil Tippin or something that that does everything.
Yeah.
But no, this is a completely different studio. And but he said it has to always be active. It has to always be hunting. And
it never stops.
It never stops moving. And like it is purposely always looking for a target. If it sees a target, it goes for it.
And it's not just going for anything, it's targeting like specifically mostly humans. It's going just straight for us.
Well, because they said it's supposed to
eat the grass.
It says its only thing. He literally said it does not think. Don't think about what it's thinking. It just feeds. It looks for something and it feeds.
The biggest mass, like living organic
biological mass
to eat. So it cuts to his friend, his jock friend, and his date night, which obviously is like terrible optics and would never fly.
No.
Complete, unless it was supposed to be that kind of movie, but even just being a horror movie would never fly.
No. But the creepy thing is that was common practice back then. Yeah.
So he's in the car, and you see through because they're just out in like the back, like make out lane or something. That's their car's parked, and it's going through the grass, and then it cuts, and he's with this girl. And he's trying to like spit some game, trying to like light up the night. But she's not having part of it. But then she's just like slumps over, and he thinks she's getting sleepy. So she slumps over, and you see the thing come from the other side of the car, but we don't know what happened yet. And then he's like, she's out, and he's like, "Oh, I see, you're out."
This is
very
weird,
creepy, and he's. Just cut it.
And by the way, he's literally the definition of a rapist.
Yes.
Like, because you go to there's a part where he just opens his trunk and there's literally an entire bar. It might as well just be cocaine and roofies in there.
He's like, I got something lined up this night. Some of my extra.
It's a complete fold out thing.
Fold out bar.
Might as well just have like
just to
Viagra
get her drunk to liven up his night. She's already out.
That's what we're gonna call that.
Yeah, she's already out. So he's like, oh, so he starts essaying, and then he goes into her blouse, and then the thing just jumps out like which she made no sound.
No. I guess maybe she was that hammered.
Maybe she was hammered, but even the thing, dissolve her instantly from the inside out, and she's just dead.
Maybe, I said, she was just that fucking drunk.
Yeah, and she was out, but then.
They should have made the blob drunk afterwards. Start saying like racial slurs and beating up the cops.
Just like slagging this and it's just slumped over in the middle of town. That's Oscar's rendition. So it grabs his hand, and then now it's doing one of its things where it makes itself into tendrils to actually consume it more. So it wraps around and then their eyes start bulging. This is a little of a cheap effect because it's like it's
a caveman
mummy. Face thing, and it caves in her face.
I still think it worked all right.
But it's like for the time, it's okay. But you can tell it's not.
Especially like if you watch this in like HD or something, you were gonna absolutely see how plastic.
Yeah, it's just a plastic thing.
But
the effects for what happens to
the charm to it though.
The tendrils wrap around him. And like, no, and he's trying to.
I love how he sees all this happening. He still says her name like Minnie or something
like she's gone.
Like she's gone, dude. I don't know why you're saying her name.
Because he can't get to the door, so he kicks out the window, and he's trying, and then it pulls him back in.
No, it's absorbed.
So then it cuts to the sheriff, and they arrest Brian. Right? They arrest him.
Yeah, they arrest him, and they let Meg go home.
They arrest Brian, and they bring him to. This was so weird. I don't know if someone added this in, but they arrest him, and the deputy hates him. He's like, "You're a screw."
Yeah, he's the hard ass.
Yeah, you're a screw. I know you did this, whatever crazy sick thing you did to that hobo and Paul, because all they have is his hand. He's like, you're a psychopath, aren't you? And he's like, did you get his mom? He's talking to
which I never get. Like, why you gotta egg him on like this? And here's the thing too. Brian is taking this like a champ.
He's like, I've been here before. That's what he's.
Yeah, it's like this is whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Like this, and he's just.
And he knows, like, if he hits me, then I got a case.
Like,
he's like, hit me. Go ahead, hit me.
Well, because that's what he does. Is he's like, oh yeah, because the secretary's like, yeah, we couldn't get in contact with his mom. She must be out. This is the first time he doesn't have alcohol with her.
Listen, I got roasted before this, but like,
but no Corona today.
No. We're looking at it. Look at this. This is even diet.
That's diet. And I don't think there's anything in this Venom glass.
No, this was just apple flavored water.
And that's just water. That's how you know we're in a good mood. He's not drunk. But what is it? Brian, like the guy keeps egging him on. He's like, I know you did this, and then he licks his face. You catch that?
I saw that, but I'm like, ooh. That is such like. That is something you do like in high school to like if a teacher's getting your
because then
face.
the deputy's about to punch him. He's like, yeah, hit me, come on.
And once again, like I said, Sheriff being completely like relaxed and basically saying, hey, look, we can't hold him. Yeah. We have nothing
on him. We don't even, he's like, look at him.
And it's late. No one's gonna come in. We got to get him out of here.
No one's gonna come in. His mom's not here. And look, we have no evidence to him. There's not even blood on him.
No,
so gotta let him go.
Like I don't even know why they fucking took him in. I mean, that's
because he's a bad boy, and he was there at the scene. So I don't know how you caught it. Did he drop acid on the hobo and Paul? Like, what did they think happened?
Because that's how bored he is in the mountains. He's just dropping acid on homeless people, watching them dissolve.
Here, Paul, you too. You made fun of me in English class. That's what they think. I don't know.
And they gave Meg acid, and she thinks she saw a blob.
They can't explain
Which, by the way, there is a point. So she does go home, right?
Yeah, she does.
She goes home, and they try
to get to like a melatonin or Ambien or something. To go to
How does she function the rest of the movie? I was thinking
she doesn't take it.
Did they show her like spitting it out? Okay, I didn't see that because she's doing stuff. But like
she's see, as we know, Meg, even though she was knocked out, she's seen firsthand the blob, so she knows what's out there. And that's the thing is Meg is not like other girls. She tries to like hero up very quickly. As a mom, like, something happened to your boyfriend. So here, just take this Ambien and go to sleep. I love
how it's still like that old timey kind of thing. Here, take this pill and go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Okay, mom, fine. So as soon as you come off of the
okay, because I was like, how the fuck is she the champ if she's fucking rocked out on Ambien? Later in the movie, she's rocking a machine gun.
And we saw in our promotion.
Yeah. She's literally on Ambien, just fucking shooting.
So she gets up and puts on her phone and goes to find this thing or get some help. Because it's still out there. She knows it's still out there.
Once again, she's very proactive. Like one thing you said, she heroes up. And she goes to look for Brian, right?
Yeah, she goes to look for Brian because he needs to talk to him. He's just gone now, so he's like, Friday night, I got out. He doesn't because he didn't see it. Brian didn't see.
No, he left.
He left before that. So she drives up in her little buggy, which she has, and she's like, Brian, I need to talk to you.
He's like, does she ever use that again? No, right? No.
That's it. That's insane. That's they use her bike. Okay. But she's like, I need to talk to you. He's like, what? He's like, there's something out there. It's this creature. He's like, we have to investigate. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you barely talked to me in high school at all. Now you want to like this?
Yeah,
it's exactly like that kind of archetype because he's the bad boy in and out of juvie. He's like, now you're interested in talking to me.
Yeah.
So where did they go? They go. It's like
they're at the diner.
It's like because we'll go to the diner because he's like, I'm starving.
Closing up, and she's clearly friendly with them. Make some food. Yeah. They eat there while she tries to pretty much convince him what's actually happening.
She's like, come on, Brian. He's like, you know what? I always knew you were a coward. I'm like, no, fine. I don't need you. I'll go investigate myself. But then
because you're a chicken.
Because she forgot that she locked the front door, so she's like.
Yeah, she can't get out, and then
like
he pretty much. He actually
doesn't complete. Yeah, he's not complete a-hole the whole time because he feels bad. He's like, it's late. You know what? Here, have the other half of my sandwich. So that's what you see. Like, it's more of a characterization. He's not complete a-hole. No. He does like have some stuff. Not like, why is this annoying girl bothering me this whole night?
Yeah. That's even funny because later he gives her his jacket. And he has this like weird puffy like like white shirt underneath.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
I want his jacket.
He looks like Michael Bolton.
Did you listen to the Simone's jacket, the Jester? Like that's a cool jacket.
I know the jacket he has is cool,
jacket.
but as soon as he takes off, like his powers run away, and he just looks like a fop. Or I'm just like,
he's just like
he's just
a
hair cloth.
He looks like a greaser from Grease.
Yes, kind of.
When they take off their jacket.
Someone from Detroit Rock City or some shit.
Yeah. So she's like, because that's the thing. So after he got he goes into the sewer system. So they're going to the president where they're at the diner. She wants to leave, but then it's locked, and she's like, and he's like, you know what? I see you're stressed, but then the short order cook's in the back washing the dishes, cleaning up, and then the water starts falling up. And he's like, what the? And then the blob is.
And it's funny because something's gonna happen, and you would think it'd be the cheap thing where they just have the arm and you see scream,
see everything,
or you see him just scream and then they cut away
and you see blood come out.
Oh no, they
show you everything.
Oh man, this guy
gets sucked in and crushed. His body gets crushed down the sink.
Fuck no.
So I was telling Oscar because this is what I said.
Hard 5
the other
on
day.
the goddamn meter.
Like I was watching just scenes, like the kills before I watched the full movie, and I was like, "This is bad, Oscar. I think I might have killed this." He's like, "Oh, what? It's a bad movie. We can't do it." It's like, no, it's just these people are gruesomely big.
This guy got
fucked. And we don't even know this guy. He's just been there for a few scenes. He's a short order cook.
And by the way, this is all pretty much practically done.
Yes.
Oh, no, it's all completely practical.
Done. It's good.
There's no CG.
The only not practical is when it's on the ceiling of scene.
Oh no, but that's still filmed.
It's still filmed, but they're not together in the scene.
No. But I'm not saying there's no
practical. There's no CG.
It's all film magic kind of shit.
They're using the blob quilts and using
green screen, but
machinery,
using it the right way.
Yeah, I was thinking for that one, they're not in the scene together. You can kind of tell from
even when the guy gets stuck in there, the guy is actually
they show
when he did it, he actually it wasn't a dummy. He actually
the legs.
Oh, the legs going in, yeah. Well, he did like a handstand.
Yes, he did.
And then they just reversed it
and showed him getting pulled down.
Oh, but dude, he got fucked up. And then people run in and see
the waitress and them run in and see it, and it's like, and then you just see. Because it's his hand and his foot, so he's been bent in like.
But by the way, somehow he's still screaming.
Yes, he's still.
Somehow he's still screaming.
Guess he's still alive in the sink.
Oh yeah,
crushed to death, and then you just see blood fouling out, and then immediately, 10 seconds later, the thing just jumps out, and Ryan to me grabs her like, "We gotta go." They love the waitress.
Oh, they just dip. But they both come.
They split in different directions. They run to the freezer. She runs out the back, and you see the thing is gunning for them. It hits the wall, and it's moving. It's moving at maybe 12.
This is what's crazy about this. Like I said, it's such a simple fucking monster, but it's
terrifying. It's terrifying. You have to think of it practically.
It's almost like
if at full speed you could run from it, but eventually you'll get tired. But it's not going to stop.
It's not getting tired.
It's not getting tired.
And the thing is, once again, it reminds me a lot about like life, where before it becomes the weird sea monster looking thing.
Yeah,
it's just a blob,
it's just
like this, but it's sentient. It's going everywhere, gets in everything,
and it wants you. It doesn't want anything else. It just wants you. It doesn't sit in a wall for a while, and then you have to get close.
Nope. As soon as it
sees you, you're lunch.
You're done.
So they run. They close the freezer door. And the thing's about to crawl under the crack of the door, and it hits the coal, and the thing makes sound. That's what it goes, and it pulls itself back, and you're like, oh. But then, poor waitress.
Oh man! And here's the one where I'm like, this is where he gets her with concussive force.
Yeah.
It's
and beside concussive force and everything.
And here's the thing too. By the way, no one is doing anything insanely stupid. No, you would think these are normal reactions. They ran into the freezer, into a closet. She runs and crashes a window and gets outside.
She throws a chair through the window, gets outside.
Finds a payphone,
the phone booth for you new kids. It's what people used to use back in the day.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's so old that there's still phone booths.
They don't know. So a phone booth, but the thing, she doesn't see it at first, but it's climbing up the side behind her, and it's crushing the phone booth. So it's destroying the connectivity to the wires. So she gets on the whole lines. Sheriff, I need to. He's like, oh no, the sheriff's not here. He
Oh.
went down to your diner, and then she looks, and it's so tragic because then you see the sheriff. You see Sheriff Dale. Half his face is already melted,
which is even more.
And he's just a head and arms.
But the thing is, you see the eyes still moving. It's so fucked up.
Like, oh, because here's the thing. She's trapped in there. It's completely sealed. The phone. She's like, no, please.
And then
so she's trying to hold it, and it cracks, and then it just bursts.
By the way,
Oscar said, it pushes her head and hits.
And she gets smashed in like ragdoll.
Completely covered.
And she's gone.
So that's the sheriff gone.
Here's the thing: like they gave you characters that you cared about, that you liked, that you're like, these are going to be guys that are going to be fighting until the end of the movie. And
sheriff's gone.
Sheriff is gone out off screen, and you just see his body technically.
Yeah, just see his head and chest and arms, and like I said, the eyes to the woman's like, oh, because he's looking at her like,
oh, waitress gone, just
waitress, bam, and
head trauma down.
Because I was looking at how they did this effect too.
It's clearly a dummy.
Yeah, they set the dummy back and they like shoot it in like the
and you can see it just fucking
and it just grabs her and sucks her, and she's gone. So where we got to that? They're in the freezer, and Brian's like, we gotta get out. He grabs a meat hook because that's what you're gonna use to fight.
To fight a blob.
And then he opens it, and then he sees, what does he see? Jelly, like a can of jelly on.
Yeah, he accidentally hit the can of jelly,
and he's like, okay.
And basically, they just get out of the fucking restaurant. Yeah. But then after that,
they have to go back. No, I think
they go to the sheriff's station.
Yes, they go to the sheriff's station.
But before that, you see the priest outside of the restaurant.
Yeah. Oh, he sees some of the chunks because he's like, hello.
He sees the blob
because remember it's a one street town, so he sees the blob going to the sewers. Like, oh my gosh, like it says like basically Hail Marys.
Yeah, he goes into the restaurant.
Goes into the restaurant, sees the glass destroyed, everything destroyed, everything.
I don't know why he goes all the way to the freezer.
He goes all the way because like anyone in here is like, oh, whatever. Winnie, I think is the waitress. He's like, you guys back here? Then he sees the freezer open and sees the chunks, but it looks like pink crystals. So he grabs it and he's like, oh, this is this. Like he's already
because that's what any sane person would think. Oh, pink chunks. It's not like jelly that's frozen.
When you look into the actual back of the sink and dishes and the short order cook's place, blood and stuff everywhere. No. This is what this is a sign.
I don't know. I think maybe it was glowing too. Maybe that's why.
It was like sparkling. Yeah,
I guess
you can pick it out from the rest of the ice chunks.
I guess, but also it's
alluring. But like, why would you pick it up? And it's like this.
I don't know. Dude, his character was ridiculous. I'll say that his character was kind of unnecessary and ridiculous.
We're not even describing it.
But yeah, and then they end up at the sheriff's station where the calling lady is pretty much overwhelmed because everyone's calling in. Because
now I think the sewers are messed up and people are missing.
Yep.
And she's like, what is going on around the town?
Sheriff's missing now.
So she's like, I don't know what to tell you.